Another art vlog. I'm about to head out to Southern Connecticut State University, their School of Business. I got hired by them to graphic record. I'll be working on their talk today about the blue economy. And the blue economy is essentially about marine life and utilizing and respecting really the ocean and the betterment of Connecticut in terms of marine life, the economy, and I'm going there to create a graphic recording. Graphic recordings probably because it is, I think, like a 45-minute to an hour long talk just on this subject. Really love working on subjects that matter, like climate action, and in this case, marine life, economy, the betterment of the state, and really happy to be working with SCSU on this project. And I think it's going to turn into some other things. So I'm dressed, ready to go. I'm wearing pretty much a monochrome look, navy coat, light blue suit, tie. When I try to go to these conferences and these talks, I try to not only dress in a respectable way, in a suited up way, which I enjoy anyway, but in a way that's kind of like gonna impress the client. Like even wearing a diver watch that Dad got me. So it's gonna have to be a lot of fun. I'm gonna get there a little early. Always try to get there like 30 minutes to an hour early so I can check in with the client and do any tech stuff because I am going to be hooking up my iPad to the projector system to be showing it live. So while the speakers are talking, the graphic recording will be happening like right behind them. So it's always like a really cool experience for the crowd, and I love being able to provide that. All right, so we're gonna get into it.
Project Blue here at Southern Connecticut State University, and I look at a cluster as one that's
So I'm going to talk about my workflow for this recent graphic recording assignment, Accelerating the Blue Economy in Connecticut. I started with illustrating the panelists and the moderator, gave it a nice border, and the arrows that I created point in on economy in and Connecticut. There is a ship at the bottom, logos, sponsors and collaborators, and I have the various speakers. So this was the blank template that I created. So I'm a type of artist that likes to have icons that connect to the text, and the text is being spoken by the panel, moderator, and then I'm taking that and turning it into art. So pieces of text like oceans feed 1 billion a day, I've got the life preserver here. I have the fish icon, consumer goods has an icon, location has an icon, AI to collect data, a wrench for strong manufacturing background, ecotourism, aquaculture, biodiversity, so on and so forth. All of this comes together to create the infographic, and then I deliver this to the client after the talk. So one thing I forgot to go over for this video when I was creating it was talking about the aftermath after finishing the artwork for a client on site especially, but also remote. When do I give them the deliverables? I always try to give them deliverables after I finish the job, like right after, especially with a client like SCSU and they paid me early. So I have a few graphics here that I completed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this was the blank template that I had. After all these get finished, I export them as PNGs and time-lapse videos. So going over to Dropbox, I have 2 folders. Blue Economy Art is the main folder, and I have one for artwork, which has various PNGs, and then another one for time-lapse that has the time-lapse videos that they can use for socials. So all the files go in here, and then I email the client everything. They gave me an advance on everything, so I didn't have to worry about any contractual agreements. You know, they had paid early, which was great. So I wanted to make sure in kind that they gave them the artwork. And then I make sure that I put my name on it at the bottom. Graphic recording by Raheem Nelson. So I am credited for when these go on their website. But it was a great, great assignment, like so much fun. And I'm gonna check this out for the wrap up. All right, so I am back from SCSU. The talk was really fun. I think I did about 4 or 5 graphic recordings. Really enjoyed not only learning as a graphic recorder and describing the information and seeing just how these individuals and these organizations are coming together to make Connecticut a better place. It was really cool to just connect with the college, and I think this is going to turn into some other opportunities down the line. My favorite graphic recording work always involves helping other people and really just making the world a better place. It's why I like to scribe. It's why I like to go to these meetings and then learn new information. And honestly, it's like my part in making the world a better place. Being able to go to these conferences and these talks and to provide visual representation is just a lot of fun for me. And being able to connect with the students too. I'm hoping that I'll be able to actually do a course on graphic recording at Southern. I think that would be really cool and informative for the students. Graphic recording is something I've been doing for a few years now. I have a lot of experience, always gaining more experience, and being able to share this with universities and institutions, I think is really amazing. I went to art college for cartooning, and I think there's still an element in that for my graphic recording work. It is the storytelling. I'm taking what people are telling me, I'm summarizing it, and then I'm giving it back to them in this visual art form. So like I said, came up with about 5 graphics. I'm going to give the client the time-lapse videos. They have the images already. These are going to go on their website, and I think it's going to be really great, and I think something else is going to come out of it too. If you like the video, please subscribe, comment, share it with your friends. It really helps the channel. And I'm going to keep creating these informative vlogs that kind of showcase the behind the scenes stuff of what I'm working on and who I'm working with client-wise too, and just kind of the strategies on how I nurture these client-artist relationships, and even the stuff I do at Milford Arts Council also, because I also squeeze that into my day. But that's it for now. I'll see you on the next one.